Now that we've logged into the Google Documents application, we're going to be creating what's called a form. It's very different than anything else in Microsoft Office and can really only be done by an organization like Google with this type of impact. I'm going to go down and I'm going to click on the menu item called Form. For demonstration purposes, I'm just going to do a quick parent information form. Giving directions. Any directions you give online, you always try to be as accurate and concise as possible, because you're not standing there watching them do it, so you have to try to make your directions accurate. And if you've heard the expression, do as I say, not what I do, yes, this is not a great description. Now, the way the form is set up is that you can create a form with a whole bunch of different questions. They give you a couple example questions. Let's just say first question for our parent information form. What's your student's name? There are a whole bunch of different types of ways that people can respond. They can respond with text answers. You can select paragraph text, which would give them a big area to give an exact demo or exact response. Multiple choice test questions, check boxes, and we'll get into those a little later. But I'm just going to select the text. This is what it would look like, and they would just enter the child's name. At this point, if you want to make sure when they click submit at the end of the form that all the answers are answered, you can make sure that each question has make this required question. That means they can't leave or submit the form to you without having to have answered this question. So at this point, I'm just going to click on Done, and we have our first question. Okay, sample question 2, they had just set that up as an example. I'm going to go over and click on to the right, the little button that says Edit. I'm going to edit that question. Question number 2. Let's say that you're in a school district that has, well, let's say, what is your name? And we'll just have them answer what is their name. Now at this point, we're going to add another question, and I'm just going to do what's called a choose from list. Now this, this is just an example. I'm not saying you do this on your form. What is the relationship to a student? I've chosen the question choose from a list. So let's say mother or father. Okay. I just pressed return and it created a new question. Mother or father. Friend. Relative. Okay, and I'm going to click on make this required question. Done. You can see that we have these questions so far. Now that we've created some beginning questions, we could add maybe one more question. I'm just going to add maybe a paragraph text. Please explain any special issues with your student that I should be aware of. In this case, I'm going to use the paragraph text as the question type, because this way they can give a long statement. So at this point, for our purposes, this is a good enough start. Now, what you're going to do is in the top right hand side of the screen, let me just drag this down a little, top right hand side of the screen, you're going to see the save button, and you're going to be saving it. Okay? But this form is the form that you will integrate into your WordPress.